one of the tips that I like is to find your unfair competitive advantage, and the thing that you can say that any other company couldn't say. And so the way it works is you look at your 5 closest competitors, and you think of the things they could say in the job posting, and you don't want to say that. You want to be different. And again, a good advice that we had. So we had a great podcast on this with a guy named James Ellis. He's focused on employer branding. Good episode. And what he says is the same as what Usama said before. You have to tell a story. You have to hammer that story again and again and again once you find your very competitive advantage. So, and today, being a remote team cannot be a competitive advantage, right? It might have been the case 2 years ago, but today it's not the case anymore. So you have to find your competitive advantage and then hammer that again and again and again and again, and get people home by making it very clear what's your competitive advantage, what's your strength. And also, as Usama said, a good story is not a story that everyone likes, right? You also have to, in a way, write your job description and make it on purpose that some people won't apply. And that's a good advice. And that's a good advice we had. Probably similar to your job post, right? Like it's a long blog post, so some people won't like it, won't read it. But if they don't, well, then they're probably not a good fit, because you like blog posts, right? I read some of them.
Yeah. I think if you have like strong company values, this is a really good occasion to either link to them or like specifically talk about those. And the better your company values are, the more it will resonate or not resonate with particular people. And I find the best candidates that I see are people that align themselves with those values. They say, "Whoa, I really thought it was great that these are your values," or I can really find myself in some of these, especially because of my previous experiences, good or bad. And I think that helps a lot. It also helps in subsequent steps if you're very clear about what those values are.
Right, and again, be clear up front, be clear on the work hours, be clear on the compensation if you can, be clear on anything, because that will save a lot of time later in the sourcing.